What's up, guys? I'm Vocal Strike, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. Last time, we got introduced to trance abilities, and we have managed to successfully recruit Steiner and Bibi in order to save the fair damsel in distress, Princess Garnet. Because I guess every story needs to have a damsel in distress every now and then, right? This time, we are heading deeper into the evil forest to save the fair princess. And like I said last episode, from this point on, we are going to be dealing with random encounters like this one. Every new enemy I will show off that I encounter. We will be skipping enemies that we have faced unless they have a different stat block. And of course, I will also be showing stats for this one. I don't really steal from the common enemies like these, because they generally have stuff like the occasional healing item, maybe. But we'll see. But the enemies in here aren't too tough. Orchestra in the Forest. We also got introduced to ATEs. Okay, let's really liven up this place. Yeah, let our music do the fight against those monsters. This ought to boost morale. This is great! I can't do a trumpet noise, I can't. Hey, not bad. I'm gonna go take a look around. You stay on your toes. We'll be leaving soon. Okay, boss. And now we move beyond, where we fought the prison cages. I will say it is kind of sometimes hard to kind of see where the path leads. Huh, 2 encounters. Literally on my personal / practice playthrough, I didn't run into a single encounter with this one. Like, at all. Ooh. So, or we are actually going to want some of that. Honestly, with Steiner, these enemies are virtually nothing. But you see, compared to the prison cage where I was given like 3 AP, the standard enemies only gave 1. No sign of any monsters here. A spray. Grayed out ATEs, like what you saw in the words there, are the required ATEs. Do as I say, not as I do. Are you sure about this? Yeah, don't worry. We'll be out of here soon, too. Here, take this map. It's gonna be a long trip back to Lindblom. Alright, I'll see you later. I'm counting on you. Baku's up to something. But we drink from this spring, and our HP and MP is fully restored. And if you saw with the cutscene or been paying attention, we look inside the stump with this red thing. I think it's called a palm. And we see a Moogle. And it's Monty. So we go over to the magnet. We have a letter for him from Kupo. A letter from Kupo? Thanks for the delivery, Kupo. I think Braun is up to something. But I suspect Princess Garnet even more. Kupo! She might leave home soon, with a prince on a white horse. Maybe it's just my imagination. Princess Garnet? Didn't she just... Oh, never mind. Kupo! Now check the modnet. Again. I just received a letter from Stiltskin. Let's read it together, Kupo! I'm in a very cold place right now. It's really strange. It wasn't like this last time I came here. But I guess this is why I traveled, to encounter the unexpected. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here before I get trapped in ice. A little bit of foreshadowing of what's to come, mayhaps? A cold place. Oh, I know where he is. Boop. There must be something strange going on. Check the mod net again, and I'm on mail. Okay, nothing. I'm gonna save just in case. And like every other new episode, this is gonna be a new save file. And then we press on. Ooh, that looks ominous. And we get immediately into a boss fight. There she is. So this is the master. Princess, you stay out of this. Alexandria would be disgraced if a mere bandit should rescue the princess. You think you can handle him on your own? Let's get it, BB. Okay, this is the first actual proper boss of this game, and this guy can actually be somewhat of a bit of a threat because he has ways of inflicting blindness on you, like so. And of course, like most bosses, he actually does have something we want to steal. We already told the common item, we need the iron helm from this boss. And of course, to keep healed. Oh, that's gonna hurt! Phew, I made it just in time. Step aside, I'll take care of this. Now we have Blank with us! And we're gonna keep stealing until we get that iron helm. Because that iron helm would actually be pretty good for Steiner. Nope. There we go. Now we can wail at him. And of course, like every other plant, this one is weak to fire. But we're also going to need some eye drops. So, that was Steiner's sword magic. While he's paired with Vivi, while you have both Vivi and Steiner together in the party, Steiner can use what's called sword magic. And this uses up Steiner's MP, not Vivi's. And what it does is that you basically choose which elemental spell from what Vivi has in his arsenal to enchant the sword with, and then inflict that elemental damage. I believe it's still considered a physical attack. And however, it's still very much big sword, go bark. That is literally Steiner's whole thing. Is even with a lot of his later abilities, it's all like very physical and big sword, go bark. And we get 5 AP from that, but no experience, which was way more than what we got from the standard encounters. And we get a potion and a Phoenix down. Princess, please get a hold of yourself. Zidane, give her the stuff. Princess, please try to drink all of it. Is she gonna be okay? Oh man, what now? Uh-oh. Jeez, we're gonna be surrounded. Let's get out of here. Go. What are you waiting for? Okay, now we're being chased by these things. But before anything, I actually do want to heal up as much as I can. Because we've actually gotten a bit hurt. Blank doesn't matter too much. Now, you can fight these things if you want. However, in that small little pathway, those things infinitely respawn. So, hey, if you want some early game experience grinding, there you go. However, at least one of these you have to fight. And again, these guys aren't so tough. I'm not even going to be wasting magic on these things. And they don't hit as hard as the boss. And this guy doesn't chase us, but we're gonna fight him anyway. Free experience. Got a level up from that for everyone. So now we're level 3. I did not check. This. Bright Eyes and level up. It is better. He's currently learning Bug Killer. Oh, Vivi is actually really close to learning Fire. And of course, Blank does not matter here. What are you doing? Something's wrong. What? The entire forest is coming after us. Blank, take care of everyone. What did he mean by that? Damn it! That idiot! Blank. I hope she gets well soon. This is all his fault. Have you nothing to say, you filth? Bro just lost his friend. Show some damn respect, man. Oh. Princess. Steiner? How did I survive? You brought me here? It is my sworn duty to protect you at any cost. What are you talking about? It was Vivi's magic and my dagger that got you out of there, princess. I thank you both. That monkey deserves no praise. None of this would have happened if you and your band hadn't abducted the princess. Bro, if we weren't there to kidnap the princess, she would have ran away anyway. And how dare you claim that you have rescued her? When we get back to Alexandria, I will... Steiner. I left the castle of my own will. What a coincidence, eh? We went to snatch her, and she wanted to be snatched. Impossible. It's true. So what do you say, Rusty? Friends? Come on, just enjoy this camping trip while it lasts. I forgot to take an allergy med today. Surely even you must know something. Camping, you imbecile! Surely even you must know something about the mist. The vicious monsters it spawns, the abnormalities it stirs in the mind and body. Princess, we must leave this dangerous place at once. You've gotta be kidding. She hasn't even fully recovered yet. Silence! Who asked for your opinion? Alright, tell me, how do you plan to get her out of here? We're standing in a valley surrounded by tall cliffs. And last I heard, Northgate and Southgate were sealed off. Yeah, that's what I thought. The princess can barely walk right now. You went through this. You should know. I think we should rest here for now. I will never follow your... Steiner! State your sworn duty. What else? To protect Princess Garnet to Alexandros. Very well. Until the princess recovers, I will guard this place with my life. Sounds good to me. Vivi, let's get some rest. Excuse me. And this does heal us. I just didn't want to be put in a bad health situation during any fight, even if it's against weak enemies, because RNG can be bloodthirsty sometimes. How are you feeling? Good, thanks to that medicine you gave me. Could this be... Yeah, I was surprised too. After we beat that big plant guy, the forest got completely petrified. I just remembered, or just realized rather, I did not state that thing's name. That boss was called the Plant Brain. Vivi told me that we were able to escape because of your friend. His name is Blank. We must go help him. We can't do anything for him right now. But I can't. We'll come back for him. I'm sure there's a way to cure him. Let's get going. There are ways to cure petrification. However, this petrification is so powerful that standard spells and I believe it's Stona is what the spell is called, and standard softs can't touch this. According to the map that Blank gave me, there's a cavern to the south of us. Maybe we can get above the mist through that cavern. Are you alright? Everything's gonna be fine. Trust me. Look, there's something coming. Wait, Kupo! I'm impressed, Kupo. First time I've seen anyone escape from Evil Forest. You all must be strong, Kupo. But don't get cocky, Kupo. Lots of stronger monsters ahead. Before you go out to the world, Mogster will teach you a few things. Teach me, Mogster. Lesson 1. Hey bro, what are you going to teach me today? Lots of neat stuff. You're going to love this lecture. This is a tutorial, Moogle, so he will be explaining like how different systems work and whatnot. This is basically going to be covering, I believe we have Mogster ATEs a total of 3 times, and they're all required. And each one will add something new. And this is going to be this tutorial stuff that the game isn't going to explain otherwise. I am going to... You know what, let's just go ahead and deal with these, because those new icons are going to bug the hell out of me. When you see the pointer in the menu, press the touchpad and I'll come help you anytime. So that Moogle that's been in the help screen was Mogster. After you're done with my help, press the touchpad so I can leave. I'm usually pretty busy, so try not to keep me too long. Battles. First I'll go over battle controls. Pretty box standard controls, honestly. Things I basically have been doing. You can actually pause at any time in the game, even during cutscenes. So if you need to go off somewhere, or you're in the middle of combat, need to leave, like go to the bathroom or have an errand to run or something, and you did not set the ATB to wait, you can just pause it. Next, I'll talk about ATB. ATB stands for Active Time Battle. Time during battle is managed by the ATB system. There are 2 ATB modes, Active and Wait. You can select them in the config menu. Active, always real time. Time never stops during battle. Wait, time stops while you're selecting magic and items. If you're a beginner, I think you should choose Wait. Active is more for advanced players. He says that, but on a first playthrough, I did like a few battles with both, and I very much prefer Active for an ATB system. An active time battle system. I feel as though that it is definitely more catered to it being active rather than Wait, because there were several times during Wait where like later in the game where depending on actions while I was choosing depended on what I was going to do next. And while that menu's up, the battle would not progress until everything was selected. So I believe active is manageable, perfectly fine for beginners even. Because this is the first Final Fantasy game I played with an ATB, and it was perfectly manageable, completely fine. And I do think the game is more catered towards the active setting, personally. Now let's go over damage points. Numbers and details pop up during battle whenever your HP and MP change. Numbers appear in 2 different colors. HP change. White numbers indicate damage, green numbers indicate HP recovery. MP change. White numbers indicate loss. Green numbers indicate MP recovery. Miss, when the attack misses. Critical, when you deal greater damage than usual. Death, when you get KO'd. Guard, when status attacks and elemental attacks have no effect. Finally, I'll give you some tips regarding order. The order option involves not only the lineup, but also the battle position. There are 2 battle positions, front row and back row. Front row, you can deal damage with attack, but you can also receive big damage. Back row, you can only deal small damage with attack, but you receive less damage from attacks. You can change this setting with the order option. You can also switch between the front and back row during battle by selecting change. If you use magic or long-range weapons, you can deal just as much damage from the back row as you can from the front row. In tough battles, adjusting battle positions appropriately might save your life. Okay, I think I've covered enough battle stuff. Abilities. Abilities are special powers that characters possess. Using them wisely is the key to victory. There are tons of different abilities, but generally they fall into 2 categories. Oh, they're called action abilities, not active abilities. Action abilities. Magic and special moves you can use in battle. Consume MP. Support abilities. Special abilities that support you in battle. Must equip magic stones to use them. You need MP to use magic and special moves. Maximum MP increases as you level up. Support abilities must be equipped with magic stones to be functional. Like MP, the maximum number of these stones increases as you level up. The main menu shows 2 numbers for magic stones, the remaining number and the maximum number. Remaining number decreases as you equip support abilities. Maximum number increases as you level up. To set magic stones on support abilities, select ability on the main menu and select equip. There are round slots next to each support ability. The ability is equipped if a magic stone appears inside the slot. The menu shows which support abilities have been equipped. Not equipped and equipped, as you can see. Now I'll tell you how to learn abilities. In general, you have to equip items to learn abilities. Most items hold special powers that help draw out your inborn abilities. You could say the items work to free your latent abilities. Select Equip in the main menu and check which abilities you can learn from items. The abilities you cannot learn are grayed out. Ability that can be learned, ability that cannot be learned, as shown before. Abilities can be used as soon as you equip the item. However, they cannot be used once you remove the item. To use abilities without equipping items, you must learn them by gaining enough AP for each ability. You can gain AP through battle. The characters. So yeah, you can see how each one is maxed out. The character has gained enough AP to use the ability without equipping an item. The character must equip the item to use the ability until more AP is gained. We are going to be doing this a lot. Learning as many abilities as possible is really important in this game. Especially your action abilities. Press the cross button in the status menu to view all the learned abilities. On a final note, each ability requires different amounts of AP to learn. The amount of AP that is required... What it's not telling you, the amount of AP that is required to learn an ability is different from character to character. So, like, for example, let's say level up like we saw in the Iron Helm. Say, for example, it takes Steiner... I don't know the actual values, of course, but let's say, for example, it takes Steiner maybe 55 AP to learn the ability, but it may take someone like, say, like Zidane, for example, 75 AP. trance. When trance occurs, the character transforms. Your powers increase while you're under trance. In addition to greater attack power, you receive new battle commands. It's really amazing how much you can change. Here are some facts about trance. The trance gauge increases as you take hits from the enemy. The trance gauge does not increase if you get hit by other party members. If you get afflicted by zombie, the trance gauge goes down completely. When the trance gauge fills completely, it's party time! End of a battle, trance gauge goes back down to 0. During battle, trance gauge decreases to 0 as you take actions during battle. The way they worded this last one is confusing. Because as you take actions during battle, your trance gauge actually doesn't go down. It only goes down when you take actions while in trance mode. You could say that the origin of trance comes from hostility. The hostile energy of the enemy's attacks induces trance. That's why being attacked by your allies can't cause trance. Also, I heard that there is an ability that helps you achieve trance faster. We will be seeing that ability later. By the way, the trance gauge appears both in battle and in the status menu, which is under the main menu. Unfortunately, not everyone can achieve trance. I guess it's only for the chosen ones. Basically, they're saying any temporary party members, like with Marcus, Cena, and Blank, could not trance at all. However, the ones that can trance are your permanent party members. Or maybe it's just a myth. I've never seen anyone achieve it. Icon that appears over the head. During your adventure, you'll run into a lot of suspicious looking things. That's when a field icon might pop up over your head. A question mark, exclamation point. Press the cross button when you... excuse me. Press the cross button when you see the icon and something will happen. Field icons pop up a lot, so stay alert. Also, there are some areas where you might not be able to see where you are. Whenever that happens, pop out the Here icon. Press the touchpad to call the Here icon. You can do this at any time. If you lose track of yourself or you're behind like some sort of structure or some sort of terrain or something, you can press the icon to see where you are. You can pop out the Here icon anytime by pressing the touchpad. Also, you can turn on and off the icon in the config menu. We are keeping it on. Save Moogles. You can find our buddies everywhere in this world. Talk to them whenever you have any problems. Here are some things they can handle. They can save your game, uses the tent item to restore everyone's HP and MP, also removes some status effects, but not everything, and the modnet to exchange letters with other people. That's about it. Unfortunately, you won't be able to save or use a tent in some places. If you press the square button in the world map, Maguo will come help you. Try not to overdo it. He might get mad if you call him too many times. And that is it for part 1. Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot. Yeah, I know. I have a gift for you, Kupo. Take this flute. Received the Moogle's flute. With this flute, you can call us anywhere in the world, Kupo. Press the square button to play it. Happy trails, Kupo. Thank you. Kupo. Bye. Kupo. Huh? What the? Who goes there? Your friends already left, Kupo. Princess, wait! And we have entered the world map. And of course, this is, again, very simple movement. And this is the Mist Continent. Now, if we rotate the map, you see that the entrance to Evil Forest is completely petrified. Petrified. Cannot enter. Anything from the crash ship and the magnet is now, that you did not grab, is now gone. Completely locked away. We can never go back to the Evil Forest. Ever. So if you missed on any steals, if you did not take advantage of any sort of grinding opportunities that you wanted to take, or at least early game grinding opportunities that you wanted to take, if you didn't open all the chests or didn't find all the hidden items, they're gone now. Completely unobtainable. 100% missable. But now we actually have Garnet with us. So let's see what she has. She has a rod that teaches her Cure, Panacea, and Protect. And of course we are going to be equipping her. She can't learn any of this stuff. A Silk Shirt that teaches her Cure. But if a character can't learn any abilities from the equipment you have, at that point, you should literally just focus on the stats. And right now, her having more stats is a bit more important, considering over abilities, considering that she really did not have much outside of a weapon and armor. So let's take a look at these abilities. So, she already has an abundance of summons. However, as you can see with the MP cost and her current max MP, she can't use any of them at all. Whatsoever. But she can use Cure, which restores HP of single and multiple targets. Yes, Cure is a multi-target spell. You could toggle it between single target and multi-target, just like Vivi's elemental spells. Panacea, which removes venom and poison. And Protect, which reduces damage from physical attacks. And she currently has access to no support abilities yet. Now, as I said before, she is very much your white mage and summoner. However, while she is useful as a white mage, she's going to be primarily focusing on her summons over white magic. We will be seeing someone later who is also the same classes as Garnet, but focuses more on the white magic than the summons. But right now, if you want to use Garnet as your main white mage, there is no shame in doing so. She is actually a perfectly good white mage. Just know that if you want a white mage that focuses more on white magic, we are going to get someone better later down the line. If we also touch the touchpad, this is what the world map currently looks like. This is the Mist Continent. This is where we're going to be hanging out a lot throughout Disc 1. And yes, I did say Disc 1. This game on the PlayStation was a 4-disc game. This was back in the day when some games were so big that you needed multiple discs just to play them all. If you press L1 and R1, you can cycle between areas you have been that are marked on the map. Press the touchpad and it's gone, but touch the touchpad again and you get a mini-map. Let's also take a look at this ore. Restores HP, cannot be used in the field. It radiates a mysterious light. This ore will become important later, so do not get rid of it. Do not use it, do not get rid of it, it's going to be important. And we have 3 new key items. The Silver Pendant. The National Treasure of Alexandria. This pendant has a jewel in its center. That's what Garnet is wearing around her neck. Continental Map. The road remains wide open while your dreams are alive. Only fear can block the way. Iron Tail Fratley. And Muggle's Flute. Hey, let me touch that red bonbon. Let me touch that red bonbon looking thing on your head. Baku, sleep talking. So, if we want to save at all, now that we have the Muggle's Flute, just press the square button and Mogwai comes running. But he is not part of the Magnet. You cannot use him for the Magnet. You can use it to 10 tier if you really need to. However, we're going to save real quick. Well, actually, no. Actually, no. Let's, come again anytime. Boom! If you keep calling him over and over again, he'll start getting angrier and angrier and angrier. But this takes a while. And there is an achievement tied to doing it if you're playing on the Steam PS4 Steam PS4/PS5, or rather Steam PS4 and Xbox remaster versions. Because I thought that okay. So I thought so. We could progress to the next area, but we're not going to do that just yet. Instead, we're going to go over to this forest here. And we're going to be searching for our first friendly encounter, called the Ragtime Mouse, or Ragtimer, as he is also known as. Now, he will show up, he will start spawning in 20 seconds after you've left an area, and 20 seconds after a random encounter after any sort of battle. How you can tell that you have encountered a friendly enemy, a friendly random encounter over a hostile one, is the music that plays. The ones for the friendly encounters has a different song to it. A bit more of a friendly, more cheerful tune to it. Now, you could just run around. He only spawns in the forest. You could just run around the forest until you just encounter him, which may take time, but there is a way to kind of manipulate the RNG a little bit, and that is to tap. Like, literally just tap to have Sedaine move ever so slightly, which should filter out any hostile encounters and only force out the Ragtime Mouse. I will see you, and for disc 1, we can encounter him 4 times. We are going to be seeing him a lot. I will cut ahead to when we encounter these 4 encounters. I'll see you then. Damn it! Well, at least it's a new enemy. And these guys are pythons. Again, they're not all that hard. Most enemies in this this early in the game are not going to be all that difficult. So I'm not even going to waste the MP. But hey, we learned fire from that. But we got no new equipment for him yet. And we're probably not gonna be getting new equipment for him for a while. Oh yeah, now that we actually have a female party member, we now actually have a use for protect girls, and, okay, so we already do have Fleet Gill. So now whenever Garnet gets attacked, Zidane has a chance of taking the hit for her. There he is! This is a song that plays whenever you encounter a friendly monster. This is the Ragtime Mouse, also known as Ragtimer. Pop quiz, question number 1. I Want to Be Your Canary was written by Lord Atfon. True or false? This is false. Correct! You get 1,000 gil. You got 100% correct. You're on a roll. All of his questions are true or false questions. And you have, I believe, 20 seconds to... Yes, you have around 20 seconds to answer the question when he asks. You do not attack him at all. Instead, you attack the circle if the question is true, or the X if it's false. And well, the reward is always going to be Gil. But again, this early in the game, having Gil is nice. I will now cut ahead to the second encounter. Another battle. Oh, against a new enemy. Now we have Moose. Again, not very tough. Oh yeah, I should also note, while I'm also going to be saying that cursor to memory, is that I will not be pulling up stats for friendly random encounters, since you should not be attacking them anyway. I knew the RNG stuff was going to be a bit more annoying to record. There he is! Pop quiz, question number 2. The theater ship Prima Vista was built in Artania shipyards, true or false? This is false. Correct! You get 1,000 gil. You got 100% correct. Wow, you're awesome. Ah, here he is. Pop quiz. Question number 3. Chocobo Forest is located between Lindblom and Southgate. True or false? This is true. Correct! You get 1,000 gil. You got 100% correct. Wow, you're awesome. Ah, here we go. Pop quiz. Question number 4. The 15th Lindblom War started in 1600. True or false? This is false. But wow, 15? Jesus. Lindblom can't catch a break. Correct! You get 2,000 gil. You got 100% correct. You're an expert. The order in which Ragtimer, that was all 4 questions for this disc, so we don't have to run into him for disc 1 again. The order in which Ragtimer actually does the order in which Ragtimer asks these questions is completely randomized, but they're all the same questions. And these are all questions that the party should be able to learn, at least in the game. Like, at least on the disc that you're currently on. So that way you're not being spoiled about anything substantial. Because some of these actually do have some spoilers tied to them. Not terribly major spoilers, but still spoilers. So, next time on Final Fantasy IX, seeing as how we have done the Ragtime Mouse, we have gone through the Evil Forest, we have beaten the Plant Brain, and we've recruited our first 3 party members of the game. I'm thinking next time on Final Fantasy IX, we enter the Ice Cavern. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all my videos. And please do consider supporting me on Patreon, Pixie Fanbots, and Subscribe Star. It really does help me out. You'd be supporting me in the channel, and I would be able to produce better content and more content for you guys. I am also working on trying to also get back into SFM on top of this. But editing this and Dragon Quest IX is also taking up a lot of my time, because there is definitely some stuff here that, while yes, other YouTubers have done already, is very experimental to me and new to me. So I am taking my time. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.